Podcast City Network.
Interviewing all your favorite deathmatch superstars. 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 Deathmatch Russell. Deathmatch Russell. Deathmatch Russell. Deathmatch Russell. Ah, yeah.
And good evening once again, fans. You're listening to another episode of the Deathmatch Russell podcast. Fans, and we're going to be talking to, right now, we're going to be on the line with, my guest is pro wrestler Gandy. And we're going to be talking to him about Battle on the Borders wrestling and much, much more. But the one thing we're going to talk about tonight is his appearance on SmackDown Live. SmackDown. In a Kevin Owens challenge match. That caught my eye. Let's see what he's up to and much, much more. Tune in. Right now. Well, good evening, Gandy, and how are you tonight, man?
I'm doing swell on this cold Ohio night.
You know what? It's cold at the Jersey Shore, too, so, we're in the same boat. The weather. No snow, knock on wood, right?
Oh, yeah, it's December.
I know.
You can't be mad at that.
No, we could be hit with a storm and we didn't even know it, We've already had that happen to us, blizzards upon blizzards and craziness.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, because you're not too far from the Buffalo area, so, yeah, they always get hit pretty hard.
Yeah. But I always work on a truck, so, yeah, plow season's a good time of the year.
Yeah, you gotta make that money somehow,
But I'll bail out and I'll stay home on this journey. I'm not doing it this year. Let the other guys take it.
Oh, absolutely.
So how you doing tonight, man? Pretty good?
I'm doing pretty good. Getting a little relaxed and recovery after some hard-hitting training, so...
Yeah, that's always a good thing.
Constantly learning, constantly evolving,
Yeah. Absolutely. You have a lot coming up. You have a lot of things going on. Battle of the Border has a lot coming up.
Oh yes, this will be my very first Battle on the Border event. I'm really excited about it. A lot of young guys and a lot of seasoned guys.
Yeah.
Vets there. Guys that been all over the world. So it'll be a really cool thing to one, share a locker room with those guys, and two, get some fresh opponents in front of me.
Yeah.
Test my skills.
Yeah,
because I
think you're going in the ring against a guy named Justin Black or Justin something.
Yes.
So that's good for you to test his skills and see what he's about.
Yes, most definitely push the envelope as much as I can.
Absolutely. Then are you where else are you going to be? You going to be anywhere else coming up, or you just
this coming Friday I'll be in Madison, Indiana for some Supreme Wrestling.
Okay.
It's a nice little place in the great state of Indiana.
Mm-hmm.
So I have that coming up on Friday.
Yeah.
There's a big seminar there. Rip Rogers, a lot of people know him. He used to train some of the best in the world. So
cool.
Yeah, I've known Rip, a few years here and there, just like we all ran into him, had some training with him, things like that.
Yeah.
Yes. he knows a lot. He's been in the business a while, so that's a good thing. So yeah, I'm going to be there on Fridays and back to the home state of Ohio for Saturday for a promotion. I had a lot of hands-on building, 2 years ago, and we were just a dreaming company of coming up. So Premier Wrestling Alliance out of Ohio. If you're ever in the area, check them out. They have a website, pwaohio.com. They're a good cast of young guys, and it's probably one of the youngest rosters I've ever been a part of.
Oh, cool.
So a lot of 18, 19, 20-year-old kids
just starting a bit. Yep, just starting out the ropes. It's the way to do it.
Man.
I mean, you're blown away with all these kids now. I'm sure it's like, wow, look at all these kids. I know.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like I've been in the business. This will be my 10th year. They always say time flies when you're having fun, and it's been a wild ride for sure. But kids these days now, man, wow.
Yeah, they come in and it's like that kid. It's like that one kid, Marco Stunt. Really.
Oh my God.
That kid is like a rocket, fresh off the launch pad. Like he just took the scene by storm. Like he came across the East Coast, up in the IWA area and all over the Midwest and this and that. He's made a name for himself.
Yeah, man, and he is like charismatic, really, really charismatic. And that's a lot of I preach so much to the younger generation that pops in, like, man, I know who you are, what you want to be, and just got to be charismatic because these people are paying to get entertained. If you're not watching Law and Order, it's not going to take you an hour to I get what's going on, man. You got to go out there with some fire. These people are.
But he's he's down on the bench right now. But he'll be back in he'll be back in the game.
Yeah, he's young. He'll quicker than guys my age.
So, I know. I was scared to see him. I was watching that pay-per-view. I was like, holy shit, this kid just broke his leg and scary shit. You never know what happens. You don't know. That wasn't scripted.
Yeah, he did all that with a smile on his face.
He did. Yeah, in the greatest state of the world, right? L.A., Hollywood, almost.
Yeah. Just thumbs up and smile, even if your leg's in behind you.
I know. He had it going for him, but he's getting back slowly but surely. He'll be back in 2019 or 20.
Yeah, wish him the best of luck for sure. Because injuries happen, you can't control them.
You can't. You can't. You
just gotta. You gotta plug away and keep going with it. So.
I think 2019 and 20, or 28. Maybe 20 19, 20, or whatever, 20 the hell, whatever date it is, he'll keep on going, because people want to see him again.
Keep on rocking.
But, so, it's amazing what these kids do nowadays. It just blows my mind whenever I watch these kids, local kids, and, at indie shows everywhere we go, it's like, wow, these kids are...
Man.
They're just tearing it up. They can know what they're doing, and, they just want to get farther and farther.
Yeah, I remember when I was training, my trainer used to tell me, like, you don't want to do all that slippery floppy stuff. You're gonna break your neck. And then, no one then was doing the high flying cruiserweight style maneuvers.
Yeah,
and everyone was doing the old school technical, Brett Owen, Bulldog Michaels kind of stuff.
Yeah,
and it was then out of a booth, boom, wait a second, but
these kids are doing lucha moves that we don't even know. It's like
exactly. And so I did one time, and the guy moved, and I hit the concrete really hard, and I got to the locker room, and I looked at the promoter I was working for. I was like, man, I ain't doing that again.
Right.
It only takes once to hit that concrete really hard. And,
it doesn't feel too good. I've never felt it. I've never felt it, so I'm a fan. You come on.
Nothing wrong with that. We're all fans at heart.
I know.
We started somewhere.
I know.
It's all about what brought you to the dance, man. You know, we're all fans of wrestling.
Yeah.
You know, we love it so much.
Mm-hmm.
You know, some of us just can't get enough of it. We want it 7 days a week, and if there was an 8th day in a week, we'd probably want it then too. So
Could I jump right into this cool thing I saw? I saw your picture on the internet, and I saw it on the Facebook, and I'm like, wow, you got in the ring with Kevin Owens. How was that experience?
Say that one more time.
I said I was reading on the internet, and the picture you had up of a certain wrestler, Kevin Owens.
Yes.
What was that like? What was your experience with that? How'd that come about? You just
you know, like a lot of independent wrestlers, they get opportunities,
Yes.
you know, to do the whole WWE extra thing.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, I've done, you know, 12 or 13 trips, you know, just trying to get my name out there and
Yes.
my name with my face in front of them, you know. So I did a few things with them, you know, from, you know, the beat down security kind of thing.
Yes.
And,
yes.
as we see, it happens a lot, you know, and opportunities like that come very few in between, you know.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people like, yeah, it's really easy to do, man.
It's not.
To get on WWE's radar, it's very, very difficult.
I was going to say that's yeah. It's
you know,
a privilege. It's a privilege.
It's an honor, it's a privilege. It's, you know, I can't thank them enough for every opportunity. So, you know, it was just you know, I don't know if it was right place, right time, wrong place, right time kind of thing.
Yeah.
But, you know, I tell the story a million times, man. It was like when I was going through, you know, training and working the indies at the beginning, and you know, I'm still plugging away at that.
Yeah.
You know, I was like, man, Kevin Owens, you know, he was Kevin Stevens, but I was like, man, Kevin's a really cool dude. I met him a few times.
Yeah.
So I was like, man, having a match with him would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
And then I was kind of bummed when he got signed to WWE. I'm like, oh, man, now I got to make it there in order to get that match. So it's one of the matches that, you know, as a performer, as a wrestler, as, you know, entertainer, whatever you want to label us as, you know, we all want to, you know,
be on the high
like,
screen.
man, these are the guys that, you know, I want to, you know, be in the ring with, you know, because they can bring out the best in you, and you know, you're going to bring out the best of them. So, you know, the opportunity preceded itself. You know, in 2017, I was just SmackDown Live, in Louisville, Kentucky. Now that KFC Yum Center is a big, big arena. So I got the opportunity. He was doing his little Face of America angle at the time. So I got to
do a challenge.
You know, run. I accepted the open challenge.
That was a big entrance. You know, that must have been cool to walk down that entranceway. You know what I mean? Like,
oh my god! Like, like the whole thing is like just it's an amazing.
Could you imagine your picture? You're looking out there. You're like, oh my god! All these people are watching me worldwide right now. I'm doing something big. You know?
Yeah, it's like, you know, like it's like Shawn Michaels said years ago, a boyhood dream. Like that's your dream, man. Like
you want to live.
You want to like be on that stage, in front of that many people. You know,
and to see the see the production nowadays, wow, it's something else, isn't it?
And just to go through that production of like, man, like you think like definitely as a jobber or whatever,
right?
They're like, oh, all you have to do is like if you do a promo, just say these 3 lines, get the crap kicked out of you, and then go back to catering and eat some more. It's a lot of like, okay, you got to do this promo 5 or 6 times in front of, you know, producers and, you know, Vince himself and things like that. And either Vince is going to like you or he's going to, you know,
going to say goodbye.
Or he'll chew you like bubblegum and spit you out and go, next guy, please. You know, so I was fortunate enough that I did all the right things and he liked it.
Did you see any of your friends there as well? Did they see anybody Did you see any wrestlers that you knew as well? I'm sure you did.
Oh, yeah. There's multiple. Like typically, like when I'm there's guys that I know, man. You know, like the Heat Seekers are really big on the tag team scene, as we all know. Sigmund and Elliot, man, they're phenomenal guys. You know, I can praise them enough.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they've done stuff in Impact and other, you know,
promotions.
Other things.
Yeah, yeah.
Japan and all that. So, yeah, that's cool, man. So, yeah, they've done, you know, tons of stuff.
So you ran into them? So you got to run into them, huh?
You run into them, you know, a few times, and, you know, other, like, there's some female workers, some that I didn't know, and some that I kind of got to, you know, like, man, these talented women these days, and, like, they are lighting the world on fire.
Did you get to watch the rest of the show, though? You got to watch the rest of it, right? Yeah, of course, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I'm bailing out. I'm going home, you know?
So, I got to... the crazy thing about the whole, like, right after the Kevin deal, you know, I didn't get to watch it for, you know,
a couple days.
2-3 months.
Yeah.
I didn't watch it. I didn't even get a chance.
Yeah.
And then, you know, after all the craziness calmed down a little bit, I kind of was like, oh, my God, let me check this out, see how I did.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, it wasn't too bad.
Oh, yeah, I just got curb stomped in the corner. I just got a little stomped in the corner, that's it. You know?
Yeah.
But,
so, you know, was like...
Yeah.
So, yeah, for me, it was, you know, one of those moments that, you know, as a kid, you're like, man, I'm going to make it there. When You're like, man, if my 10-year-old self can hear me now. Like, like, you know, it's, man, like, just to get that opportunity, you know, to live that dream.
Yeah,
you know,
the adrenaline. It's so real. It's so real.
Tell somebody.
It's so real.
Yeah.
You know, it's I mean, I've never seen. I've been behind the scenes of wrestling before, like just you know, looking in the crowd at shows, and I'm like, wow, this is really a big setup. This is a real deal. You know, it's like I've seen. Like,
in the production value, like the money and the time that they put into it. And, you know, it goes to show you, like, man, 30 plus years of, you know, hard work, dedication, you know, making that good money. You know, you got to get that production right.
And give those guys credit for give those guys credit for putting up the stage, this and that. It's like really, you know, it's dedicate, you know, and think about it. They do that 24/7, or like you know when they travel, they do that all the time. They got to do the same thing over and over. It's like wow, you know, when you go to a little indie show, you have to put the ring together. And I had my first experience.
There's like on indie shows, I always joke with people, like definitely when it's like crunch time and like you know the ring's not fully set up and I'm trying to get in there and like stretch out a little bit, and I'm like, man. I mean, Charles Robinson was here. He might get this ring up a little quicker.
Yeah.
So man, like just to be around, like just people, man, it's the coolest thing.
I got my chance to. I volunteer sometimes. I'll set up chairs and you know for the venues. I'll help do that with my buddy, you know. And this time around, it was in my hometown, and I actually had to go down a staircase. I carried the ring, a lot of the ring ropes, and the boards. Oh my God! And some of those beams. Oh, those are heavy. Those posts are heavy. You know.
I remember hearing stories back in the day, like Ric Flair's told a story that, like, in NWA, they used to run in buildings that had elevators. Where they would have to bring the boards and the truck and the posts and all that through the elevator. I was like, and I complain about just carrying a beam and a board just through a doorway.
Yeah.
Like it's crazy. And you know, in every definitely in WWE, they know exactly what needs to be done. They don't have to ask a question. It's just to see it and watch it, like them putting the ring up in a matter of minutes, to stage matter of minutes. You know, from the pads to the walls to setting up chairs. You're like, man, they got it. They got their game on lock for sure. You know? So it's definitely a production value. That it's a learning experience. You can kind of learn like what they're about. You know, a lot of people don't like working that way. You know, they don't like their stuff pre-planned out like that. Like definitely matches, promos, and all that. Definitely, but man, like sometimes like people thrive on that, you know.
Mm. Yeah, it's insane. It's insane, you know. Now it's like wow, you know. But now you're gonna be at Battle on the Border and kicking ass, you know. It's gonna be great. Show your name.
Oh yeah, I'm super excited about it.
You're gonna see. You're probably gonna see my friend Robbie Nelson, Robbie Nelson of Wrestle PodCast. You know, he's from the area there of Ohio or in Cincinnati or whatever. I don't even know where. One of those places. I don't know, but.
Yeah, he's the one that I was really jealous about because he got to do the little promo thing with Tony Schiavone.
Hey, yes, yes. What do you think of that, huh?
I was low key jealous. I was like, because when I was a kid, I was like, oh my god, it's Tony Schiavone.
Yeah, he got to do that.
Leave me alone, kid.
Yeah, him and his friend.
Yeah, Tony Schiavone was really cool. Bobby the Brain Heenan, I got to meet them both, so that was really cool.
Yeah.
You know, I met Bobby right when he got sick, so it was really.
I'm actually super excited. Super excited for his partner. You know, his friend David Stockwell. I saw a post on on IWA on IWA Mid South for the tryout show, and he's going to be his character as the manager. So I hope he knocks that out of the park. You know. Because I've done a few of those IWA Mid South tryouts. You know, they're good opportunities. Yes, and I could see him doing. I could see him, you know, take it, you know, to Ian would, you know, picking the right minds and the attitude. You know, nowadays, like he's got that charisma. He's got that character. He's got it. Like if you look back and look at it, like Tony Schiavone promo, he really knocked that out of the park too. You know. He did one as well.
Man, I was like, man, this it's just so fun. Like, you know, if you want to do it, man, you gotta just take a chance.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you know. People are going to tell you not to do something. You know, that's when you know, the motivation hits you. You know, when people say you can't do it. You know, when I started, people were like, man, this kid's too small. He's not going to make it. You know.
Yeah.
200 pounds later.
It's like when you went to IWA. You know, you tried.
Yeah, I tried it, man. They liked me. You know, there's some future stuff coming in 2019 for that. So
Very
I'm
cool.
really excited about that.
Very cool.
You know, 2019 is going to look pretty. You know, I have high expectations. You know, definitely for myself. You know,
and maybe East Coast because I could recommend a couple guys as well. There you go.
Oh yeah, man. Well, wherever there's a show, man, and there's a spot, you know, I'll be there, no problem. You know, it's you know, the sky's the limit, and
absolutely.
We know that the sky is huge. So we just
there's plenty of promotions. There's plenty out there. You know that, and they're hungry for new guys to come in. You know that everywhere.
Oh yeah, absolutely, man. I'm super excited for 2019. I'm super excited for Battle on the Border. You know, the opportunity I'm getting there is just tremendous.
Yeah.
You know,
Denham is one of the.
I'm the most humblest guy, and I say this like with the utmost respect. You know, because I've met guys that 50 years in the business, and they're like, oh, how you doing? You know, and they're just so humble, just happy to be a part of it.
Yeah.
You know, and I know my goals, and everyone can have a goal. Everybody should want to, whatever it is that they want to do in their life, whether it's not pro wrestling, whether it's be a
you got to do,
player,
as they always say, be who you are and do what you want, you know?
Oh, absolutely. I was always told, dress for the job you want, not the job you have.
Yeah. Yeah, you know,
and that's why every weekend every opportunity I put on spandex and I kick people in the face.
Yeah, yeah, and then buy new gear and keep on going doing the same thing, amping it up, different, It's always fun to get.
Invest in yourself and people invest in you. That's the key.
It is when they buy your merchandise and your autograph and you greet them with a smile. That's it. You made a picture, of a little kid with a disability, and that's what you guys, that's what I like about that. I'm so proud of you guys for always doing that. That's what people don't realize that, makes wrestling good. You go out there and you wrestle in front of these handicapped children, a family or a son that's mentally disabled, or I'm sure, for fundraisers, and you like doing it, and it's great. You get a great reaction out of their face, and they come home smiling, and they give you a nice big hug, and,
Yeah, and man, whether you're a good guy, bad guy, man, I don't think it really matters, because, regardless of what's happening in their life,
Absolutely.
for that 2-3 hours, they're like, wow, man, our life is great. Even if afterwards they're like, oh, man, back to this crappy life I have. But at that, for those minutes, second, hours, man, the world is empty to them. It just, it's what's in front of them, it's who's in front of them, and I always take every match, regardless from the outcome, or regardless how it goes.
Yeah.
I always go, man, those kids in the front row, I really dug that. They really hated me. They were really into what I was doing. And then there's some crowds that they're just like, they're in awe of what you're doing. If you're doing something that no one else is doing, be different, look different, sound different, everything different. And they'll come back and they'll tell their friends and their family, like, man, I know you're not into wrestling, but man, you gotta check this dude out. He's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's like holidays around your family, like every weekend. People go out there and they perform, 5, 10, 15 minutes at a time, and for those 15 minutes, people's lives have changed. Yeah. And I'm thankful for every fan that's bought a T-shirt, a picture, necklace, or whatever it is that I offer to them.
I know
I'm thankful. Like
they got some crazy stuff now for merchandise. They got plush figures.
They
got plush figures, action figures. Some guys have it.
Everything because to us it's like, man, buy your shirt so you can go home and go to the next town, or that's the goal. Is like, man, hurry up, buy my stuff so I can get back there, get undressed, man. And, and it's not like we all have an attitude. It's like, man, buy our stuff, man, you're supporting us, and it's really cool to, maybe you go to that, the next show there a couple months down the road, and some little kid has your shirt on. You're like, oh, man, look at that, it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I'll skip through, Kentucky here and there, and I'll see someone with my shirt, and I'm like, yeah, I was at SmackDown, and you signed it, look here. And I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool.
Thank you.
And I thank them, regardless on if I'm supposed to, be hated. Wrestling's changed. It's not, how it was, but it can be that way. We just have to treat it as such. Wrestling is what you want it to be. You just gotta, it's all about effort. There's so many seminars out there as a wrestler. You can get better. There's so many schools out there you can get better. There's, Tracy Smothers is one of my favorite guys I've ever been around. He's 50-some years old, still doing it. And, man, and I just did a show with him over the weekend, and he was like, man, I know you. Yeah, we did this. I was like, oh, man, it's cool for you to remember.
Yeah.
He was like, man, I'm still rock and rolling. He was like, man, are you still, because he gave me, tips, like, man, take food with you instead of eating that fast food junk.
Right.
Sometimes it's just quicker, but, man, just veterans like that, legends in the business will give you the time of the day, which is I love so much about wrestling.
It was like when I just last night I had Dr. D. David Schultz on. My God, I remember seeing him. I went to a wrestling show in my hometown when I was a young kid, and he remembers that. Insane,
It's the craziest thing. 2-3 minute conversations. Don't remember that. I remember you. Or with me, it's I'm starting to get to the point I know who you are, just remind me a little bit, because you might have been the same person that I yelled at last night to get away.
Oh, yeah.
Who are you?
Yeah, you're the one that heckled me.
It's not that I forget. It's man, I try to hit repeat towns, because it's a repeat success. It's really good. It's always great, and that's what, Battle on the Border, man. Battle on the Border, there's shows like that everywhere.
Yeah.
You just got to find them. And what, what Denim is
done.
Building is crazy good. And you know,
You're a big
I wanted to be a part of the very first one. You know, it takes time. You know, like people don't know who you are. You gotta like educate them.
Yeah.
And give them a reason to invest in you.
Yeah, and give them a good resume, and you know that's what it's all about now too. You know, promos and this and that, and you know, to be recognized.
Yeah, absolutely, man. You gotta like, you know, present yourself. Who are you?
Yeah, it's like
you know,
me.
Like,
it's like
when people look at me and like what I want to be, you know, like, I always get the question, what do you want to be remembered by?
Yeah.
And I always tell them, I want to remember the guy that gave it his all in the ring and put smiles and frowns on kids' faces. Because, you know, whether they liked me or they hated me, you know they got their every penny, every ounce, every sweat, every tear out of me. And, you know, that's, you know, something that, you know, I remember watching the Macho Man, and I felt like he gave us that. Like, that's the energy, that's that focus, that's the intensity that's missing.
The Dragon, come on, you know, like those.
Oh, I was the guy that hated the good guys, loved the bad guys. That was always me.
Yeah.
Like definitely growing up, I wasn't a Hulk Hogan fan. I was like the Warrior, and everyone hated me for it.
Yeah, I was the Macho Man. I was the Flair. I was, you know, Flair. A little bit of Hogan, but then I passed it. You know, past that. But no, like, you know, Paul Orndorff. You know, people really don't realize who the great wrestlers really were. You know, Kurt Hennig when he was, you know, Mr. Perfect. You know, and Rick Rude, of course. You know. Just like you have to throw it to people that really.
You know, it was like I said, the bad guys to me. You know, the Rick Rude.
Yes.
You know, the really angry Bret Hart.
Yeah, all the time.
The Owen Hart, the Nation, the Domination. I really dug what they were doing. Really was a really big fan of the Attitude Era. Because a lot of my friends are like, oh my God, that was like the best, you know, era of wrestling.
But and then just
we'll go back now.
But now you look back. You look back on wrestling and look who's out on the scene now. Look who's out of retirement, like wrestling. I mean, PCO. You know, PCO from the Quebecers. You know, like, my God, he's a machine. These big things happening for him. You know, it's crazy.
Yeah, and I just saw that like Glacier was on hitting the circuit again. Yes. I'm like, man, this is cool. These guys are like
just coming back out of the scene.
And, like Buff Bagwell,
Scott Norton. You know, Scott Norton's always around. It's like, wow.
Yeah, Scott Steiner still around. I'm like, man, it's cool to just be able to go up to these guys and like, hey, how you doing? I'm a big fan. You know, do you mind checking my match out tonight? Tell me what you think. It's always a cool deal, you know.
Yeah.
Just be around the guys, man. It's like a drug. I always tell people, like, pro wrestling's a drug, and it's how you take it. You know, and it's that surreal of, you know, going out there in front of people. It's that adrenaline rush that it cannot be stopped.
No, and look where you are today, you know. You know.
Yeah, absolutely.
Taking it day by day, you know. Taking it day by day, you know. Going to a show here, going to a show there. Sometimes you don't have a show, you just take it easy, you know. It's okay, you know. Take that break to.
Yeah, like I have a 10-year-old that loves to hate it so much.
Oh, really? You know what? I'll tell you what, Gary. I have nieces and nephews, and I've never told them anything about my deathmatch wrestling stuff. Or they'll play with my figures. They'll play with the wrestler figures, the WWE figures, you know, like the little toys. I still have all that in the ring. They'll play with that. But I never took them to a show. One of these days I will. You know, I'll take them to see what they react to it, you know.
Yeah, like just this year alone, I've had over 100+ matches. So it's just probably the busiest I've ever been. My body's telling me that it hurts.
But you get
so I think my daughter's been to at least 80 of those, so she's like, oh, Dad, man, you can calm down, it's Christmas time. I'm like, we gotta keep going, another 3 this weekend, another 3 next weekend. And she's like, man, she loves it. She loves, the characters, what's involved, and she really gets invested into it. But man, and she when we wake up in the morning, 9 a.m., 8 a.m., she's like, all right, we gotta hit the road. Throw the bags in the car. Let's go.
Okay.
She's like,
Dad, can I buy another? Can I buy another wrestling? Can I buy a figure today? Can I buy another figure, Dad? Can I buy another toy figure?
Oh, I bought her over, I think, 200 or something, or multiple of the same. It's just a repetitive of what my parents did.
It's a drug. It's like our addiction. You know what I mean?
It's just like it's a cycle. It's the circle of life. Yeah. My mom and my dad used to, buy me from Ninja Turtle Street Fighters to wrestlers.
Yes.
Yeah, I got. It was like when you're making your turtles put over the wrestlers. That's how it works.
Yeah. I mean, man, we didn't have all that back then. Remember that. We had just the wrestler rubber figures,
Yeah, I love the wrestlers more.
I think they're making a comeback. I saw something online that they're going to make a comeback with those figures again, the rubber ones.
Oh yeah, man, those LJNs are really, really good. Mm-hmm. I remember I had the Hogan Luger and the Big John Stud.
Yeah.
And the Nasty Boys.
I'll tell you what. I'll regret it. I went to a flea market one time and I sold them.
Oh.
At a young age, I put them on a table. I should never have done that.
So we're not condoning that as kids.
Yeah. Don't sell them. Don't sell them. I mean, I have Bruiser Brody doll that's probably worth a lot, I love the old school figures and the ECW figures. Those are rare to find. The ECW packaged figures are really cool.
Oh, yeah, yes. Yeah, I remember the little blue ring with the little ones that had the action in the back. Mm-hmm. The funny story is I think I did Raw and SmackDown in Cleveland and Cincinnati.
Yeah.
And my wife found a Macho Man and Sting. And one of my trainees found a Brutus Beefcake.
Yeah.
Which was very ironic because I think it was maybe 6-7 months after me actually working a match with Beefcake.
Yeah.
I ended up working with him, and he shaved me bald, and he was like, hey, here's a gift. Here's a Beefcake action figure. I'm like, haha, funny.
Thanks, I got that one already.
Yeah, and the crazy thing is, man, all this Beefcake crazy nonsense going on in the world now. It's hey, I got to work with him. It's cool. I'm, excited about that.
I was I think I have a picture up on my Facebook somewhere of me with a goatee, long goatee, chopping getting ready to cut me. Yeah,
he had his we did the whole barbershop segment, and he wanted me to sit in the chair kind of thing. I was like, no, it's not happening.
No.
Me being the heel and all.
Yeah.
And I'm the heel at heart. That's what everyone says. It's man, if you want someone to give you a cheap shot, Gary Gandy's the guy.
Yeah.
and to me, it's just so natural. It's so organic. To just get people riled up, man. You can just push your buttons,
push the old ladies, push the grandma's buttons, right? That's. I'm sure there's one lady in the crowd that you always get at just shows, right? There's that one grandma. You know what I mean?
And it's funny. It's the company I wrestle primarily in Ohio, Premier Wrestling Alliance. We call her the mama of the company because she's one of the guys in charge. His mom, and she comes to all of them, and she'll tell you how it is without even winking an eye. When you're out in the ring doing trying to, you think it's the best promo of your life, and she's telling you, if all that y'all going to do is talk, then get the heck out of here. So, man, she's really into it, She's honestly the heart and the breathe of the crowd, definitely when we were first starting, it was really, a struggle, to get, trying to see what we actually got here, and it's really cool
yeah,
to
it's
be
like
able to
me.
just-
You know, like if I go to a show, I can heckle the hell out of wrestlers. Like the I've actually like I've been on TV with CZW before, like the Combat Zone Wrestling, MJF.
Yeah.
MJF, there's a perfect example. Loser in the business, you know. but no, I heckled him so much. I remember I tossed toilet paper at him so many times. Like he just was the perfect target, you know. Just the perfect target to be like, you're an asshole, you're an idiot to the business. Like, but then like then I remember there was a show and Ricky Shane Page faced him, and I was there too. And walking around the ring, Ricky's holding giving chops, letting the fans chop MJF. Well, guess what? I laid one right into MJF. It was the loudest one of the night. Isn't that great? It's like
that is like.
I'll pull it up. I'll show you
like,
that. I'll find that. I'll have to dig that out for you. You'd get a kick out of that.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I used to do definitely when I was a baby face, I would
Right.
kind of get the crowd into it, hey, you want to hit him?
Yeah.
And it's really cool because the people feel like, man, I'm cool, I can beat this guy up.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the one thing that Bobby the Brain Heenan said, one in this documentary. He's like, he always wanted to be the man, the weasel that people felt like, if I had a fight with Bobby, I could probably take him. And definitely when earlier in my career, I was like, I want these people to think they can beat me up, even though in hindsight 2020 they could. And, I'm just in your mindset, in your character sense, you're like, yeah, I'm so
Well, you know what?
better than them.
You know what was a great part of
like,
that great part about that guy MJF? I jumped on Twitter one night, right? I got blocked by him. My friend helped me set him up. I said I was taking a I said I was taking a shit into your parents' house. I was at his parents' house taking a dump. He blocked me. He finally blocked me. I was like, yes. It was a crazy.
Yeah,
just tease that character, But we got a new
but
finally we got a new champion, so I'm glad, Got rid of him.
It's one of those guys. He's another young guy that's super talented, man.
Yeah, yes.
There are hundreds and hundreds out there, man. So it's about just.
Actually, he was in the video with you, wasn't he? He was in the entrance security.
Yeah, me and him did security for NXT in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Regal took a liking to him. He's like, man, get some miles. Get some miles when you can and come back.
Yeah.
So he's a guy that he's young, talented, has a nice look.
But a jerk in real life. But a jerk in real life.
Yeah.
He ain't gonna have.
Some guys just hold on to that persona 24/7, and that's the one thing that Ric Flair said. He's like, man, when I was Ric Flair, I had to be Ric Flair all the time. And he said bars, hotels, women, you name it, I was Ric Flair.
Yeah, that's it. They lived his dreams, He lived it, like Dusty Rhodes and all the other guys, Just think. But my God, I don't want to keep you up that late. You probably have to work tomorrow, right?
No.
No, but I'm off tomorrow too. I got a dental appointment. So, but I will let you go, man. This really has been long enough. How's that?
It sounds fantastic, man. I look forward to talking to you again.
Yeah, come on again. Anytime you want to come on and shoot the breeze and bullshit, this is great.
Oh yeah, man. It's wrestling.
It is.
To know a little bit about me, like in all the posts, follow me, like me on all three, my social medias, check me out. If they want to check out Collar and Elbow is a really cool thing.
Yes, let's shout out to Collar and Elbow, man, big time.
Yeah, Collar and Elbow, man,
Let me ask you this: how does the shirt feel? I need to know when I get my shirt.
Oh man, the shirts are nice, snug, smooth.
Yeah.
Man, they do that. All their shirt prints are Grid Brothers, so
Yeah.
it's a really good deal, man.
I can't wait. I can't wait till I wear mine soon. I can't wait till and give my discount cards to everybody, you know, and plug away. You know?
Man, they'll hook you up if you want some shirts printed or whatnot. They'll hook you up with a pretty good dude.
Yeah.
You know, Al's a pretty nice guy.
He really is.
You know, Luke and Carl's are cool people. You know, it's just a good thing to be a part of. People are like, yeah, it's like, you gotta sell stuff to make money. It's like, yeah, it's kind of how business works.
Yeah. How many people have?
Yeah, so,
let me ask you this: have you made any sales? I really am trying to push sales. You know.
Yeah,
it's hard.
What I tell people is, you know, like, I have a promo code, just use it.
Yeah.
You know, support indie wrestling.
Yeah.
So if you want to use my code is Pain Gandy, all capital letters.
Yeah, mine's like mine's Deathmatch Russell. Mine's Deathmatch Russell podcast. You know,
Just have them use that, man. You'll make some serious cash, man.
Yeah, I know.
It's a word of mouth thing.
Yeah,
getting those cards out there, getting those stickers out there, man.
Yeah.
People will really dig into it. You know, it's probably one of the best, you know, wrestling apparels out there. You know,
it really is. Yeah. It really is. Man. Like, I know. Better than that.
They got some like Dusty theme stuff. They got some ECW theme stuff.
They have. Did you see what they just added? The vest, like the old school Kevin Sullivan like collar jacket, like buttoned down.
Oh yes.
I was like, I might have to order myself one.
I occasionally throw a bone and break down and order myself some stuff, some sweatpants, hoodies, things like that, man. And if they want some Gandy merch, man, just hit up any three of my social medias. Mm-hmm. You know, I'm constantly on that, constantly keeping in contact with who wants to, you know, keep in touch. You know, whether you know, definitely promoters that want to, you know, give me a chance. You know, see what I can bring to the table. You know, I think every person that's ever given me an opportunity, you know, so, you know, I'm worth the chance, you know, like we discussed already, Battle on the Border coming up, a couple other shows this week, next week, and week after, trying to close out 2018 with the bang. Yeah. 2019 looking for some pretty good. That's good. Definitely, you know, want to definitely make it out to, you know, East Coast, you know, Bay Area, some things. And if somebody wants to get a hold of me, man, just, you know, send them my way. Yeah, send you an email, send you this, send you that, you know, that's it. Yeah, all my contact info is on all those pages, man. And check out the videos, check out all his work on YouTube. He's got a lot of videos out there, fans, too. Oh, yeah, I have a lot. a lot of cool stuff, you know. Mm-hmm. So, man, don't hesitate to definitely if you want me on again, and absolutely. It's been a blast. Absolutely. And I'll hook you up with the Deathmatch Russell package. How's that? Sounds good to me. You know. You have a good night, Gary. You too. Stay safe. You too. Bye-bye. Wow, fans, that was Gary Gandy. Man, he's ready for his match, his debut match this coming week, actually, at Battle on the Borders Christmas Massacre, or Miracle on 34th Street. I don't know Denham, what is it? Battle on the Border. Just check it out. He's going to be there making his debut against Justin Black, and he's going to take home the victory, and that's it. And he's going to be everywhere else. He's going to be a lot of promotions. So please, fans, get out and support and check this guy, Gary Gandy, out. He's a great guy, and say hi to him, get a t-shirt, check him out on social media and on Collar and Elbow, and much, much more. Fans, tomorrow night, stay tuned for the Deathmatch Russell podcast. My guest will be the one and only Freddie Hudson, and we'll be talking to him and see what he's up to, and much more. And on Friday night, fans, check it out.
Deathmatch Russell and the Everett Lee ELS Uncut on TwitchTV.com also with co-host Deathmatch Russell, Everett Lee, and Deathmatch Russell. We're gonna have Mr. Twinkie Fitness, and we're gonna be talking to him and see what he's been up to and much, much more. You never know what kind of antics he has, and stay tuned for that. And have a good night, everyone. Tune in. Thank you for listening.
Hey, wrestling fans, I want to mention Collar and Elbow. Collar and Elbow was founded on traditional values of professional wrestling. Two entities working together to create a product intended to connect with people on an emotional level. A symbiotic relationship where one cannot flourish without the other. We strive to create a product that embodies our passion for professional wrestling expressed through street fashion. Visit collarandelbowbrand.com and use the promo code DeathmatchRussellPodcast and save 10% off when you make a purchase. Collar and Elbow, where wrestling passion meets street fashion. You can find more Deathmatch Russell podcasts on the following social media. DeathmatchRussell.com. Follow on Twitter at DavidNJ32. And on Facebook, Facebook.com/DJDaveNJ32. Find me on Podcast City Network at PodcastCity.net. Facebook.com/Podcast City Network. Hit the like button and share. And on Twitter at PodcastCityNet. You can hear Deathmatch Russell podcast on Stitcher Radio and on iTunes.